is what do you think you would want to see be written more about when it comes to films? Because films can be made about everything and anything on this planet.
Yeah.
What is one thing you think you'd like to be see more talked about, you know?
Uh, the way in which we reconcile our intellectual and emotional responses.
Hmm.
And I mean, that's something that we do kind of as a kind of automatic process because, when you think about it, we have this emotional response, say to film, but also to
Yeah.
real life. And then we start thinking about it, if you will, in a more rationalistic, logical fashion.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of check on this quick and dirty assessment that we do emotionally. And oftentimes, the emotional assessment is right, and then other times it's not. Now, we do that when we watch film as well, but film leaves out all the boring parts, so to
Yeah.
speak, right? And so,
Dramatized.
but we are constantly reconciling these kind of affective and intellectual ways of perceiving. And, you know, we in general need to know more about that, especially in philosophy. I mean, I tell my students sometimes one thing we forget is that philosophy is love of wisdom. It is this affective thing that we have with respect to our reflective life, which is heavily like intellectual and logical and rational, but it's also emotional. And film sort of is this kind of really interesting instantiation of how it is that we react to real life that incorporates this intense emotional experience along with at least some kind of intellectual stuff that is supposed to make us think. But how we kind of reconcile those things and what might be the best way to reconcile those things, philosophers of film need to write more about that.